Pokemon fans, welcome to the 5th match of the 2023 tournament. We are here to see Ted and Nader go up against Alyssa. Let's get down to the pitch and see how our battlers are doing tonight. Hey Ted, how are you feeling about tonight's battle?
Oh, I'm intrigued. I'm hoping I can get past the first round for one of these tournaments, but who knows? I am looking forward to demolishing. I do
You cut out there
the
at the end.
opponent. I look forward to demolishing the opponent tonight. I do apologize, Kron.
Hey, we'll see. It's big talk, but if there's anything my wife knows how to do, it's talk big back. Alyssa, how you doing?
Listen, I'm about to take out this red coat like we did in 1776, okay?
Oh, you're gonna regret throwing those tea bags away.
Well, it sounds like both our battlers are really ready and raring to go tonight. So are we ready, guys? Shall we begin?
Let's
shall.
go.
All right, 3, 2, 1, begin! And we're off. All right, Ted's leading with the Infernape. Alyssa's chosen to lead with the Clods. That's a familiar name. yeah, I do bear that expression constantly. All right, very interesting leads from both of them. Clodsire is a new Pokemon for this year. Let's see what these guys are going to do with it. They're clear. Okay, there's a Grass Knot. It barely does anything to the Clodsire. In fact, the Infernape loses a bunch of HP thanks to the Rocky Helmet, and there's a Toxic, and that's going to start chipping away at the Infernape as well. Wow, that Clodsire took that Grass Knot really well, but Grass Knot, I think, works based off the opponent's weight, so Clodsire must not be that heavy. Interesting. Looks kind of like a potato. Okay, there's the Rotom Wash, and Alyssa has set down some Stealth Rocks. Now, we see Rotom Wash get used a lot in the past couple of tournaments. There's a Hydro Pump, and the Water Absorb from Clodsire heals it! There's an Earthquake, but the Levitate does ignore it. That is one of the strongest attributes that... Oh, nope, there's another Toxic. That's going to start chipping away at the Rotom as well. Yeah. Levitate doesn't protect from poison. Now, I did get off a Defog, so the rocks are gone, but Clodsire is back to full health, so let's see what Ted wants to do about this. Both battlers clearly thinking very carefully about their next move. So far, it's been a couple of back and forth opening moves. Very exciting to see. Okay, here comes the Corviknight on Ted's side. And Alyssa sending out the Great Tusk. Two very strong Pokemon. We've seen Ted use his Corviknight to a great effect before. A very strong Pokemon. Great Tusk is another new one, but as we've seen in a prior battle, it can definitely wreck face. Let's see how these two match up against each other. Okay, there's a knockoff that is going to get rid of the Rocky Helmet on the Corviknight. Corviknight's going for the bulk up, boosting attack and defense. Still getting rid of the Rocky Helmet is going to mitigate some of the incoming damage from hitting it. But with that attack boost, Corviknight can really get set up, so let's see what our battlers are going to do next. They're thinking about it very carefully. You always love to see two battlers really thinking out their strategies before they move. Now, Great Tusk. Okay, here comes the Garchomp from Alyssa's side. There's another bulk up from the Corviknight. It's really, really pumping up its physical attack and defense. There's a Rock Slide, which thanks to that... Ooh, does get the flinch, but thanks to that 2 times defense, barely does anything at all. There's another Rock Slide. It is just barely chipping away. The Body Press is going to do a ton of damage to Garchomp, but does take a bit of damage back from the Rough Skin. A lot of big damage trades just there. Corviknight's going to have to be careful. It can take the attacks, but going up against that Rough Skin might not be what Ted wants to do. Let's see what he does now. Nope, Alyssa's going to bring out the Garganacl, and there is the Roost that is going to bring the Corviknight almost back to full health. There's a Body Press that's going to be super effective against the Rock-type Garganacl, and there is a Salt Cure that's going to start damaging the Corviknight, similar to a Poison effect or Fire Spin. There's another Body Press. Garganacl is going to go down, and Ted is going to claim the first kill of the match. However, the assault here is still chipping away and bringing it under 40% health. Let's see what Alyssa brings out to avenge her fallen Garganicle with. Okay, she's bringing back out the Great Tusk. We're back to Great Tusk against Corviknight. There's the close combat. It does a bit of damage, but not enough. There's a Roost, and that is going to restore a lot of the health from the Corviknight. Salt here still chipping away at it, though. That is big damage there. There's another close combat. It's going to continue to drop Great Tusk defenses, but it is doing a decent amount of damage. Looks like Alyssa's trying to wear him down between the attacks and assault here. Clever tactic going up against such a bulky Pokemon like Corviknight. No, she's going to switch out for the Primarina, and there's another Roost. Corviknight is back to 100%. No, the Salt here takes it down about 25%. Okay, there's a Body Press. Primarina is going to resist the heck out of that. There's a Hyper Voice. That's going to do a ton of damage. And the Salt here is going to take out the Corviknight. Primarina getting that revenge kill for the Garganicle. Now, both battlers are down by one Pokemon. Ted is going to answer with the Water type of his own, his Rotom. Rotom's still got the Toxic on it. Yep, and Alyssa's going to go straight for the Clodsire, and the Ground type Thunder Wave does not affect it at all. Excellent check right there. Let's see what Ted wants to do about that. He's going to bring out his Infernape. Clodsire's going to set out some more Stealth Rocks, getting those hazards back up. Ted can still defog, but without... I don't know if Corviknight had defog, actually. It was the Rotom. Okay, now let's see what he does with the Infernape. As seen before, his Grass Knot doesn't do a ton against the Clodsire, so maybe he's choosing a different move. He's going to go for the Focus Blast! It misses, and there's a Toxic. Alyssa is just poisoning every single Pokemon in Ted's bank. There's another Focus Blast, and the Poison type just resists the hell out of it. Big Earthquake. No, that's because it was a Zoroark, not actually an Infernape. And the illusion has been dropped. Wow, that is a wild-looking Pokemon. Okay, Shadow Ball does a big bit of damage to the Clodsire, but Earthquake does manage to take out the Zoroark. Alright, and there's the Rotom again, getting a little chip damage in from the Stealth Rocks. Now let's see if Alyssa keeps out the Clodsire or brings in somebody else. No, there's the Defog that is going to get rid of the rocks again. Clodsire is going to recover back to 100% health. Man, that potato has a lot of staying power. Alright, let's see what Ted wants to do against it. He's got plenty of Pokemon left in his bank. He's going to go for a Volt Switch, but it's immune, being Ground type. Stealth Rock's right back out. The leftovers are trying to counteract the poison, but with every turn, that poison's going to get a bit stronger. There's the Defog, again getting... Nope, the Toxic is going to fail because he's already poisoned. That chipping away at him right there, but he did manage to get rid of the rocks a third time. I'm just reading it's Cat Burglar Nami. That's funny. Alright, they're clearly thinking very carefully about their next turn. Okay, Ted's bringing in the real Infernape this time. Stealth Rock's coming back down from the Clodsire. There's a Raging Fury, does a ton of damage to the Clodsire, but it takes it pretty well. There's an Earthquake, and that's going to take out Tednator. The Infernape goes down. He's down to 3 Pokemon. He brings the Rotom back out. It gets chipped by the Stealth Rocks again. He's going to go for the Defog. That is going to remove it, and Clodsire's going to recover back to 88% health, while Rotom continues to get worn down by the poison. Ted is going to have to dent that Clodsire somehow to get out of this predicament, so he's bringing in his Komao. And Clodsire recovers back to full health, but now it is up against a very fearsome dragon. That is a very strong dragon type there, Komao. It's going to go for the Clangorous Soul. That is a huge stat boost right there. Does take a bit of its health, but Clodsire doesn't care. Clodsire just spreads the poison around some more. There's the Clanging Scales, and it doesn't quite take it down below half health. There's an Earthquake, and that is going to do some decent damage there to the Komao, but Clodsire took that very strong attack very well. God, that is an incredible defensive powerhouse. I am honored to have its name, my name on it. Alright. Let's see what our battlers do next. Because that Komao is in a very good spot to do some sweeping, but it's got to break through the Clodsire wall first. They're thinking very... Okay, there's the Clanging Scales again. That is going to take out the Clodsire! He's managed to bring that terrifying little happy potato down. but at the cost of Como being at 5% health thanks to its toxic. And Alyssa's brought out that Primarina that she loves to use every year. This is not looking like a good match for the Como. He's going to go for the Clanging Scales, but Fairy type is immune. There's the Hyper Voice, and that is going to finish off the Como. Ted is down to 2 Pokemon. He's going to go for the Rotom. It is hanging in there at 50%, but that Toxic is still there. Still, he's got the type advantage. Okay, and Alyssa knows that. She's bringing out the Great Tusk. The Thunder Wave is going to get completely eaten by the Ground type. Leftovers currently counteracting the poison for that turn, but that won't stay the same for long. Ted's gonna, nope, there's a knockoff that is going to get rid of the Leftovers, but the Hydro Pump is going to take out the Great Tusk and remove one of Alyssa's strongest defensive Pokemon. Amazing shot from that Hydro Pump there. Just reminds you what Rotom is capable of. Okay, Alyssa's going to bring out the Garchomp. Garchomp does have a weak, well, with Dragon, it's a neutral to water, but nope, she's gonna go for the Rock Slide. That is gonna take it out. Garchomp is just so fast. Okay, and here comes Ted's Ceruledge. This is a Pokemon that I haven't seen before from the new gen, so I'm not entirely sure what it's capable of. Looking forward to seeing him use it. It's at full health, and if Ted can get through Garchomp and Primarina and the Monkey Dory, then he's basically eliminated all of Alyssa's walls, but he is down to this one Pokemon. This is getting very tense. The battle could pivot here. Let's see what our battlers do. They're taking this very seriously, very carefully. You'll love to see it. I can't wait till the new Pokemon gets sprites, though. Looking at the static one is so awkward. Okay, there is a Rock Slide. It's super effective, but it hangs onto the Focus Sash. There's the weak armor that's gonna... Oh, and it gets the flinch, but it didn't get the 2 speed off. Can it outspeed the Garchomp now? Garchomp is, yes, it does with a Bitter Blade, but it doesn't do enough. The Rough Skin and the Rock Slide takes it out, and Alyssa's won the battle.
Good job, Ted. That was pretty good for a first one.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that battle was going here and there. I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea which way that was gonna go. That was exciting as hell.
God damn you, Claude Slayer.